Hello, everybody. Denise here, the Crafty DIYer. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a great day. Today is special. I am doing a reveal of the printable membership printables today. So I have 5 brand new collections to show you. So as you are all hopping on, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from, and I'm going to send out a broadcast real quick. And if you're not on the broadcast channel, you can just comment broadcast and that can get you there. Let me see what I can do here. I want to, okay, hold on a second. I need to go down here and share it. So I just got to share that over to the channels. Boom, baby. We are live. Okay. How you guys doing? As I said, today I've got 5 brand new collections. Every month I release 5 brand new ones on the first of the month. If you're a printable member, you got yours already. And I was going to say it's special. All the months are special. But this month, there's a story. There's a story that threads through all of the collections. And I'm going to share that story with you today. And I think it kind of started that I was creating this collection right here, the folio. And as I started creating it, this story, this thought of a woman named Meline just kind of dropped into my head, and I just envisioned her on her travels back in the early 1900s, and that's how all of this collection came together. So as you guys are hopping on, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. If you are watching on Facebook, we're actually on Facebook and YouTube. So if you are watching on YouTube, any of the trigger words like anything, say this word or type this word and I'll send you a link. That doesn't work in YouTube. But what I do is after this live, I go into YouTube and in the description, I will add any kind of link that we talk about today. Okay. But of course, if you're in Facebook, then all the links will work. Trigger words go straight to your messenger. Okay. All right. Hello, Michelle, Robin. Hello, Margie. How are y'all doing today? Let's get started. So this collection is called, this one is called Meline's Travel Folio Kit. So it is a folio kit. This is what it sort of looks like here. I have already created it to show you what it looks like. And let's talk about the story as I'm showing it to you. So I made this lamination. I'll get back to the lamination part, what I made, before we move on to the other ones. But this is a folio. Let me move this aside. Now, the folios are always the #1 fan favorites in any of the collections. So if you're a printable member, you get all 5, right, at a reduced cost. Now, you can purchase these separately if you want. If you're not ready for a membership, you can purchase them separately on the website, okay? At any time, if you want to learn more about the membership or any of my, like any kind of links that we need, if you workshops, membership, and if you want to just shop the printables on themselves, just comment 555, the numbers 555, and I'll send you the links, okay? So we've got this beautiful, beautiful folio. Now, I don't know if I'm seeing all the comments. We'll see. If I'm missing your comment, I'm very sorry. Isn't this pretty? So this is, the design is, think about Meline. She's a young woman in the early 1900s, and she is dating. Well, what do you call it? I guess it's not dating back then. Courting. She's courting a young beau, and she's going to go to Paris. She could be in Paris. She could be anywhere you want, really. But the story kind of came up that she's in Paris. And this collection is something of all the things that she would have found in Paris. Now, her grandmother, okay, gave her this folio. So this is what inspired this, okay? So her grandmother gifted her this folio, and you know, so she could document all the lovely things that she was going to find on her travels, okay? Did I? No, hold on. There we go. So her grandmother gave her this folio, and you know, she's like, use this and collect all the things that you want to collect, right, as she's going. So this is Madeline's folio, okay? Hey, Maureen. Hi, Sonia. Thank you. Hey, Carol. Hey, Shelly. Cold New Hampshire. Yeah, it's cold here too, Marie. All right, so again, this is a fictional story, but this is what's inspired. This collection, this whole month is inspired by Madeline, okay? So she would have traveled, so she, you know, she would have had just the folio that her grandmother gave her. And along the way, she got all of these things. So we've got like a little telegraph company. Maybe I imagine that she sent a telegram to her family or to her beau. So she would have kept the receipt, a souvenir, as a, you know, ephemera. That's what all the ephemera is for. Okay. And this is another this is just an added piece that I put so you can journal on. Okay. All of these pieces, you journal on them. So you could write whatever, you know, how your day went, whatever you want to do, right? So there's 2 spots for that. And I'll get to the letter because the letter's kind of special. So we'll get to the envelope in a minute. Okay. So along her travels in Paris, she's got all of these beautiful receipts. Okay. And of course, again, you can write on here and do any kind of journaling. Okay. And then, of course, she would have had some tickets, like little bus tickets for traveling, right? So I've got these 3 here. And what I did was I just stapled them together. And then I took this one. This was a long one, right? So I just cut this so it would fit in here. So then we've got, and then I just took this one here and just popped it in there. Okay. So think about this as, you know, the story of Madeline. She's in Paris. She's collecting all these things, and she's probably going to marry her beau when she gets back, right? Now, while she's there, okay. Oh, and I put this one in the front here, and we've got a little spot here to put another little piece of ephemera. Hey, guys. All right. And the letter, of course, you can think of it as the letter that maybe her beau sent her while she was away, or maybe gave it to her to open when, you know, maybe she felt a little lonely or something. So this is, you get the envelope, all right? And inside is the letter, okay? So what I did was I printed this on 32-pound bright white. So it was thinner. And then I just folded it and made it look very, very vintage, okay? So this would be a letter from her beau. And for us, back in the century here, not the early 1900s, you can write some journaling thoughts on there, okay? So that goes in here. Now, if you guys have any questions about anything about the folios, the collections, the printables, anything that, just let me know in the comments. Okay. And then this goes in here. Now the folios are one of our favorites. One of your favorites, actually. You guys love the folio. So every month you get a brand new folio. So what I did was I put a little brad in here. I did record a video, a very short video on putting this together. So basically what happens is, I will do one of the collections every week right here on Tuesdays around this time. And so this week is the folio, and then the following week will be the other collections. Okay. So I love this. And then I just tied this around. So sometimes you'll get a video. Sometimes it's a live, like on Tuesdays. And the videos I usually send over to YouTube. Okay. So that is Madeline's folio. And then, so this is what you get. You get, oh geez, I don't know how many pages. I didn't print out the whole thing, but this is the top. This is the cover page. And then what I did was, look, I got my laminator out and I was having some fun with my laminator. Who has a laminator? In the comments below, let me know if you have a laminator. So what I did was I took this collection and I made it into an envelope, right? So the thing about the printables, what I love about this, one, excuse me, all the collections tie together. So you can interchange them. That's how they're designed. I designed them so you can interchange them. And so they all kind of go together. But what I did here is I decided I wanted to have an envelope. So I took this folio, right? Rather than turn it into a folio, I laminated it. And then what I did was I sewed around the edges, because what I found was when you laminate the paper, and if you're going to be opening it and closing it, what happened was this was starting to tear open. Okay. So I just ran a zigzag right around there. So this is going to hold up really well. Right. So that's that. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see another live or a recorded video. Actually, let me know, like, besides say yes to lamination. But let me know if you like the lives or recorded videos. I always like to know that, okay? Hey, Sandy. Hey, Lisa. Oh, Mary has one. Cruz has one. Robin has one. Awesome. Margie has one. Yeah, if you've been with me a while, you have one, because we went into it a lot last year too. So then what I do is you print this more than once, right? So you have extras, so you can print this. That's the beauty of printables, is you purchase once and you print many. If you're having rice paper or decoupage paper, you purchase it, they have to ship it to you, then you use it once and it's done, and then you have to purchase more. So that's what I like about printables, okay? So you print it over and over again. So I printed it several times. And again, this is all, here's your little pieces. And you'll see throughout the other collections, we have more of these, okay? So we have more of those. That, and of course, all of these beautiful, see, I printed that twice. I've got the letter. I printed the letter a couple of times. So I can keep all my extras in here. Okay. And then if you want to sort them in this, what I did was I put Madeline's travel. That's on the printable. So I just cut it out. I added a little bit of ink to it. So now I can line all these up like every month or whatever. You can just line them up and then you can go back to them. Okay. And then I just added some more here. Okay. Isn't that cool? And so you guys are liking laminated projects. Okay. So then I thought, well, let's make a bigger one. So what I did was I took, again, the folio kit part, right? And I can't go into exactly how I did it because that's a whole video. And I just made a larger one. So now we have a larger envelope. Now, if you can see, I don't know if you can see this, but when I entered it, when I entered it into the laminator, it was off. Like it was just off a little. It wasn't evenly sent in. So it all got kind of wrinkled. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I'm still going to use it. Right. So now I can take all of this. I got another one I'm going to show you with the other collection. And it turned out perfect. Okay. And all I did was added a little Velcro. I used the gloss. The other collection I'm going to show you, I used matte. Okay. Hey, Boom. Is it Boom? First time on my live. Well, welcome everybody. Give Boom a big welcome. I'm so going to pull the laminator out. Sandy, yes. We're going to be doing more laminating stuff. Okay. So that is Madeline's folio kit. Okay. So now I can put this away. I can file it. And it's pretty. You want things pretty in your craft room, right? Okay. So let's continue with the story. So if you're just hopping on, there's a story that threads through all of the collections this month, okay? And her name is Meline, and she is in France. She's a young woman in the 1900s. She's got a lot of inspire, like she's a lot of courage, you know, to be in the 1800s and going traveling to Paris by herself. And she has a bow at home, and her grandmother gave her the folio, and she's filled it with all the beautiful things, tickets, all the ephemera, okay? Then, excuse me, we'll jump a little bit into the story. When she came home, no, you know what? I'm not going to jump the story. I'm going to continue on with the story. When she was in France, she saw a lot of things, but Meline loves bunnies. Meline is just like us, guys. She loves bunnies. Hey, guys. Eden. Am I saying your name right? Hello. So on her travels, she saw flowers and blooms. She saw gardens, but she saw this bunny where she was staying. This little bunny would come out in the mornings or in the evenings, right? Because bunnies are nocturnal, and it would just kind of like be this little bunny. So she wanted to document that. So we made a collection with it, okay? And it's called Le Lapin Melody. So basically, Le Lapin is French for little rabbit, and melody is, I believe it's flowers. So a bunny and flowers, okay? So that is this collection here. This is what you get right here. Okay, there is, how many say, does it say how many pages? No, it doesn't. It's okay. You get is it 10? No, an 8x8 sheet. So you can do a canvas if you want on this. Okay. And then let's take a look at this collection. Okay. I think if I go in, hey, June. No, that's too close. Okay. Let me see. There we go. All right. So I did the exact same thing. Now listen, here you go. See? So if you use, you can get gloss lamination, which is the most common, but there is matte, okay? You can get matte. If you comment Amazon, you can see the ones that I use. So comment Amazon, I'll send a link to your messenger, okay? The matte will, like, because we're opening and closing the matte will definitely start to tear open. It's just not as strong as the gloss. But again, what I did was I just sewed around it. And you don't have to be a sewer, guys. I have my $100 sewer that I got from Joann's when I was in the States about, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. And all I did was just a very zigzag. And now this thing is not going to open and break, okay? But what I did was I took some of the elements in this collection and made this envelope pretty. Okay, and on the back, it's just a plain back. All right. And what I did was I used this format. So the printable that you get, I just traced it onto this paper. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at what Madeline thought of her bunnies. Okay. I love this. It's so good. Okay. Move that over here. So in this collection, there are like little folders. This is really, really good for junk journaling or any kind of journal. When I say junk journal, okay, that's the kind of junk journal is kind of the over umbrella name for journals with paper, okay? But it doesn't have to be a junk journal. It can be a Bible journal. It can be a gratitude journal, anything like that, okay? All of these little bits and pieces go into that. So let's take a look. This, you get this here, okay? And this folds. This comes in here. You add that in there. And this folds over, okay? And then what I did with this, I already made one. Let me show you. And again, at any time, 555 will send you links to anything pretty much that you might be interested in, okay? Here is this. And I altered it. It's so cute. That's so cute. I did a little bit of resin. I've been playing around with that. I've got a little bit of lace in here, but it opens up. And it's a little folder. How sweet is that? Now, if you see, I altered it, right? And we'll do I'm not sure which week this month, but one of the lives on Tuesday will be either a live or a video again, okay? Showing you how to do this. But as you can see, I just cut this up and changed the shape of it, all right? And then we have a little bunny here. And if you know me at all, and if you've been with me at all, you know I love bunnies. Bunnies is like, they're the cutest. And bunnies and flowers, animals and flowers, birds and flowers, right? There's this little tag here. And then we have this as well. So that's a nice little journal spot. Comes in here. And then we got a cute little bunny here. There's another one as well that goes with it. And I just cut up other pieces and glue that on, okay? Isn't that cute? So that is this one here, okay? And then we have this one as well, which I haven't put together yet. And you cut this out. You fold this over and you stick the bunny in there. So it's like a little window. The bunny sticks through the window. And then here are the other little ephemera pieces. Let me bring you in. So we got two little small bunnies. And then we've got a tag with a bunny and one not. So these can be like bookmarks or tags. Then here is an actual bookmark. I printed two. This is on, I think this is on regular paper. I like to print anything that I'm going to do like this. I like to use cardstock. Okay, so these are bookmarks. And here's the other one. Here are these. So again, I printed more of them, right? Print as many times as you want and use this throughout the whole collections, okay? So cute. And there's another little bunny. I love it. Let me know in the comments if you love bunnies, if you love this collection. So we will do a live or a video on that. Coming soon. Oh, yes, and you get some of these numbers too. I added this to this collection as well. I've already used some, obviously. I think here, see? I used them here and here. And then what I did was I cut the name from the top of the printable and just put it on here. You don't have to. But now, you know, in a month or so when I forget, because I'm making so many printables, and even if you remember, right, you can go back and create. And you're like, oh, yeah, I got that. That would look really good. And now you know which one it is. Okay. I love that. Thank you, Margie. Hey, Barb. Okay, so that is Madeline. She loved her little bunny that she saw in France. Okay. I mean, it's an imaginary story. She can be anywhere she wants. You can have her be anywhere. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there. All right. That is that collection right there. Then, while she's away, she needs to put her notes in something, right? She needs to jot down her thoughts and her dreams while she is traveling. So she had to have a notebook. So we made one. Okay. So this one is called Madeline's Notebook. Very simple. And it is a 4x6. And what I did was I went ahead and I already assembled it. Okay, it's a 4x6. So there's some gorgeous flowers that she saw while she was away and little spots that she can journal in. This is not finished yet. I will do a live or a video again showing you some ideas what you can do with this. But she saw some beautiful flowers while she was there. Maybe maybe Madeline's an artist. And she did this. She went and, you know, she sat there with her easel and she watercolored or something. Who knows, right? It's fantasy, it's creation. And I really want you to get inspired with your printables, right? Just let yourself go. I find it fun. All right, so then she saw some of these flowers. Right, so there's a little 4x6. That's this collection right here, Madeline's Notebooks. So you get these pages, and then you get 2 envelopes as well. We are going to craft shortly. I am going to show you how to put one of these envelopes together. So we're going to come back to this one, but this has a letter in here, or sorry, it's an envelope. I stamped this myself with a stamp that I got from the thrift store. Okay, and then I stamped it again here on a piece of blank paper. And then this is part of, I think it's part of one of the other collections. Okay, so we'll come back to that because I'm going to show you how to do that. So that is Madeline's notebook. All right, and then while she was away, and we love ephemera here, right? Ephemera is like it's like bread and butter for when you're paper crafting, especially if you're going to be doing junk journaling, right? One of my great daughters is named Madeline and goes by Maddie. Oh, that's so cute, Marlo. Well, one of these is called Maddie's. Which one is called Maddie's? One of them is actually short form to Maddie. I think it's the box. I can't remember. Bonnie, we don't take PayPal, but there is, when you go in, I think it's called Link, so you can pay with your debit card, I believe. So there is a spot there. When you go in, just check it out because there is a spot that's similar to PayPal, okay? If you have any questions like that, or you need some help with that, you can email me as well, okay? All right. Sandy loves bunnies. I do too. All right, so this is basically all the ledgers, okay? This is purely fun, gorgeous vintage documents. So this is the collection right here. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. All right, so this comes on a page and you have to cut these out. And we got more of the tickets and more ledgers, okay? So I'm going to show you. So this is how it comes out like that. And again, I use these. I love adding that to my designs, right? I just love to do it. Like, say you're not, say you go like, well, I don't really want to do a junk journal. You could do what I did here on a canvas. It's the same thing, right? You're creating with the components on a canvas. You can definitely do that. All right, so we just have a variety. Hold on, let me show you. There, I think I have it. Yes. So that's how it comes like that in your, when you print it out. And then here we go. We just have some beautiful documents that you can cut up and change, resize if you want. We got some smaller ones. Let me bring you in. Do you do those on bright white cardstock? Marlo, I do. On cardstock. Yes, white. It doesn't, I don't get bright white cardstock. Most cardstocks aren't like a bright white, but I will look for it. I can't remember if it said bright white, but it's definitely not a yellowy kind. Okay. Then we have another little document here. So this collection just has a wide variety of little ephemeras that can go in your other printables. Okay, and so here are all of the other bus tickets, so you can add more to your folio as well. Okay, so that is that collection, Madeline's Travel Ledger. And then what I'll do, which will introduce the final collection, what I do for organization when I have the small ones like this, right? Because this, for me, you can put them in something like this would be too big. Let me bring it back up. This would be too big. You're going to be going in there and trying to get it out, right? What I like to do for this is use one of my Keepsake boxes. Okay, so let me show you, which takes us right into the next collection. And the last part of the story is when Meline came back, her beau, all right, he was very creative, so he must be an artist or woodworker. Who knows? I think he might be an artist. He took all her stuff that she got, and he made her a keepsake box. And here are the keepsake boxes. Okay, so I always give you two styles of a keepsake box. So we've got a beautiful, here's the florals. Okay, you'll see this in the other collection, like in the folio kit. All right, and this is a 4x6 box. If you've never seen me do this, if you are brand new, there is a video. The easiest way to find it is to go into my YouTube and search keepsake box. Okay, it's a different design, but they're all made the same way. So there's this collection, and here's the one that he did. He took all of her tickets and everything else, and he made her this little box. Okay, so what I'm thinking, look at that inside. It's so good. I love it. I love it. So what I'm going to do is I take all of my little pieces and I'm going to keep them in here. Okay, and actually they all go in except this one goes in. It's just a little long, but that's okay. So I can keep this. Let's just keep that up there. So now I can keep this on my desk. So whenever I go to make, like say I'm going to make some tags or something, right? Like I want to show you that there are more than one way to use your printables. You can do it the kit as it says, but there's just so many other ways that you can do it. Like how about making some little dangles, right? I used resin on these, but you don't have to. They can be just the regular paper. But, when I'm getting in the mood to do some dangles, I usually sit down here for a couple hours. These is what I would use to make dangles. Okay, so I have them all in here. All right. So that is her keepsake box. Now I did get a little fancy. Where is it? I was thinking of you, Ella Jean. I did resize this smaller. I resized it and made a little one. Now it wasn't, so what I did was I just went into my printer and I printed 2 per page. Okay. And then I made this little tiny box. So this is 2.5 by 4. Yeah, it's 4 by 2.5. It was a little tricky, I have to say. I don't know if I would, I cut it. First of all, I cut it wrong. I didn't cut it, but I actually cut it. This is just my test. But see, I like to put all the tiny, tiny little pieces in the little one. Okay. So it gets a little, I don't want to say hard because nothing is really hard. You just got to practice at it. But you could make them smaller if you wanted to. Right. So you could, I wonder if this fits in here. Oh, yeah. Okay. So what I would do is I would cut up all of these, right? Cut up all of your numbers and all that other stuff. Put them in here, but there's a variety of sizes. So what I would do is take the teeny tiny ones and put them in here and then put it in there. I like that. That's a good idea. I'm going to do that. And literally just have to sit here and do it all, right? Okay. Printed ticket keepsake box today. Awesome, Margie. All right. Now, let me show you. Let's do some crafting. Let's do an envelope because I sure do love envelopes. I really do. Envelopes are a lot of fun to do. There's so many things that you can do with an envelope. So this is from Madeline's notebook. So here, I already did one. So I'm going to show you how I did it. It's very easy to put together. Again, I stamped that. And I'll show you what I did here. Okay? But you can take this and you can add it to the notebook or your folio. This would look gorgeous in the folio as well. But you can add it to, like, say, let's put it, let's do it here. So you can add it like that. Actually, I would do this. It could be like a little flip out, right? So you would glue just a little bit right here. And then this could be a little tuck up, right? So you could add a little tuck up, a little piece of paper in there. And then you could turn this over. You could resize these. You could add other ephemera from the rest of the collections and put in here. Okay, so let me show you how to do that. If you have any questions, pop them in now. Let me know. Again, the trigger words don't work on YouTube. I always feel bad about that, but they don't work on YouTube. So all the links, pay attention to what you're doing, Denise. All the links will be in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube. Okay. Margie says that's stinking cute. All right. There we go. I wasn't paying attention and I just folded that wrong, but that's okay. We can make it work. We can make it work. There's no mistakes, guys. So if you love paper crafting, we'd love to have you part of the membership. You get 5 collections every month. And actually, yeah, let me show you. I think if I go over here, there we go. Let me just change. Can you do? I don't know if I can do that. All right. Well, I was going to take me off there, but that's the collection there again, so you can see it on the screen. Your first month is 50% off. And then after that, so it's $7.50 for your first month for 5 collections. And then after that, it's $15 a month. You can cancel anytime. You can do it on your own, right into the membership area. You do it on your own. You never even have to tell me. It's easy peasy. We hope you stay, but definitely things change and it's very easy to cancel. Okay. All right. Let's add some ink to this. So if you want information about that, all right, just comment If you want information about the membership, comment PM or 555. But PM will take you right to there. Okay. There we go. I'm going to add some ink over here. Oh, Margie's excited about the lab. So am I, Margie. So Margie is talking about the junk journal lab that we've got going. You can sign up for it now. It is only $10 and you get all the printables. And it's pretty amazing. The best thing to do, if you want to know what Margie is talking about, comment lab, L-A-B, and I'll send you the link and you can read up on the page everything that you're going to get, what we're going to do. It's in a private club and like in a private group. It's a whole week long. So it's pretty exciting. I'm really looking forward to it too. Okay. All right. So let's add a little bit of ink here. Make sure my boobs don't land on the paper. Oh my God. I'm such a goof. I don't know. I'm such a goof. I don't know. Like I said, when I was creating this collection last month, I don't know. It just like Madeline, this imaginary Madeline popped into my head. And I thought of, I don't know, maybe the things that I would have loved to have done. I've never been to Paris or anything like that. And, I love vintage things. I mean, I love old stuff. Who loves old stuff? Do y'all love vintage? Tell me. Like this, I got at the thrift store. I collect vintage stamps, office stamps. I collect. I've got about 3 so far. They're not easy to find, but I found this one in a bag on the wall of the thrift store. So we're going to use this in a second. I love it. Okay. Enough talking, Denise. So the lab is about, we're not going to make a junk journal. So it's called Junk Journal Lab, but a lab, it's called the lab because a lab, they experiment. And that's what I see as paper crafting and crafting is an experiment, right? But we're going to make paper clips. So do you guys want a sneak peek? I have been making some. I'm going to show you what I'm going to show you. Like during the week, we're not going to make the exact same thing, but we're going to make the same thing. Does that make sense? Let me show you. This is just part of day 1. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do paper clips. So I've been playing around with these big paper clips. All right. And you're going to get the printables. You got to come with your own little bits and pieces, right? But I'm going to show you how to make these huge ones. So we're going to make some of these. And then I made a hidden one. So this is a hidden paper clip. And then we're going to do others too. I just haven't made them all yet. But that is just day 1 for that. It's going to be fun. Okay, I digress. I love the concept this month. The idea of a travel journal is very cool. Oh, thank you, Ellie. I can't, like I was going to say, oh, maybe I can do that every month. It was a creative thought that just kind of happened. I would love to do it again, but I can't guarantee it because it's just got to happen. I don't know if you're like that with crafting and creation. It just happens, right? So I have done it before. I think we did a Charlotte a long time ago, like maybe a couple of years ago. All right. So now we have this envelope. And I want to stamp. Let's stamp the inside. So I've got air parcel post. Do not bend, first class, for deposit only. This is a cool one. This is an even older one here. This is really old. Look at the age on that. This has like billed, charged, check, delivered, entered. And it's got the dates. Now, this is old, so I don't think there's 2000 in here. It's all like in the 1900s, right? 1993. Should we use that? Let's see. Shipped. Let's do one. Or which one do you want to do? I don't know. Which one do you want to do? Okay, we'll do this one because that's my newest one. All right, and then I'm gonna grab my ink. I like to use black ink for this. Where is it? Oh, here it is, right here. So let's do first class mail, right? Is that what we did over here? We did. And what did I put in here? Parcel post. Let's put special delivery. Do you guys remember this? My dad had a business, and I used to go into his office. And stamp all kinds of stuff. This love of stamps and papers goes back a long way, guys. All right, so then what I like to do is I'll just you remember the teller? You'd go to the teller when you're little and you went with your parents and they'd go ch. Well, they don't do that anymore, right? It's all electronic. They go zip through a machine. So I just like to grab this and go boom. Just wherever it lays, it lays. Special delivery. Okay. And then let's turn it over. And I did, okay, so I did something like that. So we can put first class mail. So I'm going to just grab, a piece of scrap. Grab a piece of scrap. So, see, I already did it there. First class mail. Let's do it again. Because that looks a little, let's do this. Right there. Oh, special delivery. No, we wanted first class mail. Hold on. Under 3. There we go. Let's do here. All right. And then I'm going to grab my scissors. Marley says I am old stuff. Well, Marlo, we are vintage, right? I think vintage, I don't know, vintage. Antique is 100 and old, over 100. So we are vintage, guys. I think that's okay. Hey, listen, I don't know about you, but I've earned my vintage status, okay? I've earned every single wrinkle. Oh, I've earned every single sag. And you know what, guys? I don't know. Tell me below if you feel the same way. I turned 60. I'll be 62 this year. And it was hard at first to think about being 60. But you know what, guys? I'm loving my 60s. I don't give a crap about anything. Like, if somebody doesn't like me, I don't care. Like, you remember when you were 20, 30, 40, maybe even 50, but you know, remember when you were younger and you just wanted to fit in, you wanted everybody to like you. I don't care. You don't like me? I'm 60. I'm like, it's all good, man. All right, so we're going to put that there, and then let's grab, let's see. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Okay, so I think I have, yeah, this looks like a stamp right here. So let's grab this one like that. A little tip, I do like to put, I like to do any kind of words or letters on cardstock, for sure. But if you don't have cardstock, it's okay. You can do regular. And just cut that out. Yes, I'm vintage and love being vintage. Eden. Yep. Right? You don't care what people think. I mean, obviously you're nice and you want to be liked and all that stuff, but you don't sweat the small stuff anymore. Mm-mm. All right. So that's going to be our pretend stamp, like that. So I'm just going to grab some glue. And you know what's even funner, is you can take these envelopes and print more to a page, like print more than one per page and make them smaller. If you saw last month's collection, we did a lot of that. It was a lot of fun. First class mail. First class mail. I mean, we don't even get mails. I mean, do you remember pen paling? I had a pen pal. Did you have a pen pal? I did. It was my cousin. I'm gonna put it kind of wonky because, they would have stamped it again. All right, and I can keep going. I could keep adding stuff. But there's a basic. And then what you could do is you could take some of these, right? And put these in here. You can store them in there if you want. All right, so then this does go into our, where is it? Our little Madeline's notebook. So I'm going to pop them in here. So when I get back to this, we will work on it. Okay. All right. I hope you enjoyed this month's collection. I had a lot of fun putting it together. I mean, I have a lot of fun putting each one together. I always do. Here, let me just show you again. So that is the collections right there. Never mind the background. I'm in the studio. I can't make myself small. I'm not gonna worry about it. 5 brand new collections every month. Okay, 50% off your first month. Just comment PM or go to iwanttocraft.com. And we'd love to have you there. And then if you so choose, you can sign up for Junk Journal Lab Week. It is $10. You get all of those printables that you see there. And that's what we're going to use. We're doing one day, we're going to be crafting, doing the paper clips, all different types of paper clips. We're basically doing everything that goes in a junk journal. Okay. We're not going to be making a junk journal, but I'm going to show you how to use it in a junk journal. So if you've ever wondered about it, what it is, why, this is a great thing. It's a great way to learn about it. Plus craft. Okay, we're going to do a lot of paper crafting, clusters, fabric clusters, paper clusters, and one-page wonders too. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If you want information about that, just comment lab, L-A-B. All right. Yes, I'm vintage. Oh, cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. And I will be back next Tuesday. We'll work on another collection. We'll do a full class. Until then, keep crafting. I hope you craft and spend some time. Hopefully it's not too cold. It's a little cold where we are right now. It's a little cold in Canada up here, eh? Kind of is. All right. Margie's like, ditto, friend. All right, guys. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.